Let's start my other walk. My other half from here, from the site of the old Nelson statue, and I will take you guys into Bridgetown. I will walk along Broad Street. Okay, this is Broad Street in Bridgetown. The top of Broad Street by Nelson statue. Best referred to as Hero Square or Trafalgar Square. And yes guys, this is the Trafalgar restaurant, which was once the site of the old Costas Mall showroom, which is an appliance store. And this is the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union here, over here. And this is Norman Center, which is a mall. That's good. We are walking along Broad Street this evening. And this is the former Cape Shepherd duty free store, which is now changed to Bridgetown duty free shopping. This is Cape Shepherd of department store. And this is First Caribbean Bank, which was once the Barclays Bank. It is now the First Caribbean Bank. It was once Barclays Bank. And this is Cape Shepherd again, which is now being changed to duty-free shopping. This is Broad Street, which has lots of duty-free shopping stores in the city. Yes, guys, this is Broad Street. And this is Collins Pharmacy. Public Bank, which was once First Caribbean Bank, or best referred to as CIBC. Yes, looking back at Broad Street. This is Collins Pharmacy, which is another historic building in the city. This is Diamonds International, or former Diamonds International. The building is now for rent. This is the former CIBC Bank, First Caribbean, which is now Public Bank. And this is Royal Shop, the Royal Shop, which is also another duty-free shopping store. It sells jewelry. And this is the famous Costas Mall, which was best referred to as the Colonnade Mall. It is where the former Costas Manning's appliance store was. It is now the Colonnade Mall. This is Broad Street, where duty-free shopping is done. This is Mall 34 with sneakerheads, a shoe shop. So many businesses were in this store before. It was sneakerhead, it was the Royal Castle restaurant, Royal Castle. Then it was Bay John's, another restaurant, and then it was Palladium shoe store, and there's no sneakerheads store. That was Broad Street. This is for our citizens back here. And this is Scotia Bank here, the Bank of Nova Scotia. And this is Lower Broad Street, where the taxi stand is. And this was once Shoe Locker, another store owned by a tiny group of companies. And this is the facade of the Trident House, looking up towards Tudor Street and the market. This is the facade of the. This is Diamonds International, another jewelry store. And this is the taxi stand on Lower Broad Street. Yes, okay, this is the facade of Trident House, which is a little mall as well. You can see Las Vegas, which is another arcade store. You can see Chafet restaurants on Lower Broad Street, and then we can see KFC in the background. And this is the former Mutual Bank building, which later became Bank of Butterfield, and then it was First Citizens Bank, and is now for rent. That's good. This is the city of Bridgetown, Cooperative. And this is looking up to Lower Broad Street. And this is another historic building in the city as well. And we can see Chafet Restaurant, Lower Broad Street, and KFC next door. Yes, guys. This is the same complex with the City of Bridgetown Credit Union, where you will find a branch of the Talia Coffee House. Yes, guys. I'm on Lower Broad Street, Bridgetown. Bridgetown is the capital of Barbados. Now approaching the lower end of Bridgetown. You will find Massey United Insurance. It was just United Insurance before, but it's now Massey. Massey bought it over, so it's Massey United Insurance. This was Jane Health Store, which closed down. Well, no, I think it closed last year or a year before. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Jane, you could have gotten your shakes, your protein shakes, your vitamins, and your health products as well. Yeah, there's approaching Jubilee Gardens again, which is the lower end of the city, the western end. That's good. From here you can see the Court Superstore, which is at Jubilee Gardens. This is Court's appliance store here. Court's in the city. And this is Jubilee Gardens, which was the former Lower Green bus stand. This is where the buses used to load for many years until May 20th, 2003. And then 2 years after the closure of the bus stand, they refurbished it into a park, a city park where persons can sit down and relax, and vendors also apply their trade out here as well. This is all a part of the Court Superstore here. You can see St. Mary's Anglican Church here as well. This is Jubilee Gardens, and vagrants and homeless also congregate up here as well. Here's a sign saying that Jubilee Gardens was redeveloped by the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. and officially opened on the 8th of December 2005 by the Honorable Dame Billy Antoinette Miller, who was a member of Parliament for the City of Bridgetown and Senior Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Yes, guys, Jubilee Gardens here, which was once Lower Green bus terminal for many years until it relocated to Princess Alice in 2003. Princess Alice is just down the road from here. This is Court's appliance store here. And this is St. Mary's Church, St. Mary's Anglican Church. That's good. And right next to St. Mary's Church is the old Town Hall building, where you will now find the Government Information Service and the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. That's the St. Mary's Church at Jubilee Garden. Heading down to Cheapside now. Yes, they're looking back to Jubilee Gardens and Court Superstore. You can also see the City Centre Mall from here as well. And this is St. Mary's Church, which was the site of St. Michael's First Church. St. Mary's Church is situated just opposite Jubilee Gardens. And we are now approaching Cheapside, where you will come across the Princess Alice terminal. Princess Alice was a replacement for the Lower Green bus stand. This is all the old town hall building here, where you will now find the Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. and the Government Information Service. That's St. Mary's Church again. St. Mary's Anglican Church. And the Government Information Service building, which was the old town hall building. Yes, guys. Approaching Cheapside Market. Cheapside Market, where the vendors play their trade, is a market, a public market. Literary Road, which is behind St. Mary's Church, that leads back to Baxter's Road and Lakes Folly. And this is Cheapside Market again. So the bus terminal moved from Lower Green to Princess Alice in 2003. Yes guys, Cheapside Market. Yes guys, this street I'm on is Cheapside, which is the lower end of the city. And this is the Cheapside Market. Right next door to the Cheapside Market is the General Post Office. Yes guys, over here is Temple Yard, where the Rastas now play their trade and do their business. It was once the site of the minibus and route taxi terminal until 1992, when they relocated to Cheapside. And this is the Cheapside Post Office here, the General Post Office, which is the main post offices for all post offices in Barbados. The head office, the head post office. Best referred to as the GPO, the General Post Office. Okay, this is Cheapside. This is the road that leads to Kensington Oval. This is the cricket stadium for cricket in Barbados. This is Carb Supply, that supplies pumps, compressors, medical supplies, pool supplies, ARC and MIG welders, and water pressure. Okay, this is all the post office complex. Okay, this is the main road that leads back to Fontibel, Kensington Oval, and back to Cheapside. And this is Cheapside van stand now. Yes, this is the Cheapside van stand, which was once. Yeah, this is the side of the post office here, the side of the General Post Office. And this is the Cheapside van stand. With the minibuses, the yellow buses, and the privately owned ZRs play their trade. And this is the Princess Alice bus stand, which was once Lower Green bus stand. I mean, this is Princess Alice bus stand, which was replacement for Lower Green. Is where the privately owned blue and yellow buses now play their trade. That's the Cheapside van stand, where the yellow buses and ZRs play their trade. And this is Calico Village here, where you will find Calico Craft Center, And this is the Princess Alice bus stand, which was a replacement for Lower Green bus stand. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a blessed evening.